Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with Jangelow and Ciara.
Yes.
Hey, hey.
Hey, y'all. Welcome.
Hello.
How we doing?
Doing amazing. Blessed.
Okay.
Bless, yes.
Good. So we had you all featured on episode 5 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. So is it a yes for you to him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
We got a match! All right, I'm going to have you go ahead and have you guys go on off. I'll take this mic.
Thank you.
They make some noise for them. And you know, as we've seen, the video has been gaining quite a lot of traction. Got the people talking, TikTok, Instagram, just, you know, all that good stuff. So since the episode has came out, like, how has the social media attention or, you know, been for you all? Let's go ahead and start with you, Ciara.
Within like the first week and a half, it was a little wild.
Okay.
Because people were judging me for having preferences on skinny jeans, and then I chose a guy that was wearing skinny jeans. But there's exceptions to it. So, it was a little wild, but you know, nothing too crazy. Don't take anything too personally.
Okay.
It was a little annoying though. I will say that.
And this was like on they're coming to your Instagram with
Mainly
this?
Instagram, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. All right. And now, Jangelow, what about for yourself?
For me, it's been about the Goku anime stuff like that, and about the nose ring, you know, thing about them saying I didn't choose the other girl because she had the same nose ring, and they had this little type of I don't know, on YouTube, something talking about me being like Clay or something on Love is Blind or some stuff like that, being like him or trying to compare us or something like that. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on right now. But yeah, I mean, I got a little more shout outs as far as the music and stuff like that too, but it has been, you know, challenging.
Okay,
you know,
okay. In what way? Like, why is it challenging?
I'm not used to people commented back on my life. You get what I mean? I'm not used to that.
Yeah,
so it
that.
feels foreign, you know? Because I didn't do it for that.
New territory.
You get what I mean? Right. And I'm like, wait, I wasn't thinking that way. But actually get to know me, know who I am, you know?
Right. Okay.
So, yeah,
okay. And you did bring up a good point. Now it would be a good time, like, for you guys to kind of let us know a little bit about yourself.
Myself, well, I do warehouse, and as you know, I'm an artist. I do music, I sing, I write, produce, I make beats. I sell beats on, you know, online as well.
Nice.
If anybody want to find me on BeatStar, go to jangelowbeats.com. You know, you'll find that. My music on Spotify, iTunes as well. I've been just kind of being more to myself, trying to focus more on healing in different areas, you know, as far as, you know, I had a family issues about, you know, losing a loved one, you know, about 6-7 months ago. But other than that, I just been kind of taking it day by day, you know, and doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Not too much. I did before I came here. I had like a video shoot. A little video shoot. But other than that, that's what I got going on for me.
Okay.
Not too much. You know?
All right. Now, what about you, Ciara?
Well, life has been lifing.
Oh.
But you know, we getting through it. I would say the same, like kind of healing through some things. Taking a look in the mirror as always. Just doing the inner work. Never stops. Working and making sure that I make time for my passions as well, so I don't lose sight of what really matters to me.
Okay. All right, so kind of to go ahead and get into some of the comments that were written on the video, there were a lot of like the same type of comments that kept coming up. So just to start off with Ciara, so some people were wondering, like, why did you hesitate or take so long to say what you do?
Oh, because I was nervous. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was nervous. I didn't even know that was the name. But yeah, I was just a little nervous. I was just like, okay, wait, this is my first time speaking. So my mind kind of blanked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think because a lot of people were like, somebody had commented, you guys need to do background checks. These girls are lying about their jobs.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not the case. I was just nervous.
Okay. Got it. And then another thing you brought up a little bit earlier, they had said you popped your balloon for one guy because of his skinny jeans, but then Jangelow came out here and had skinny jeans on as well.
What is skinny jeans?
So
You said what?
What is skinny jeans to? I don't understand what skinny jeans is because I've seen skinny jeans to where it is wrapped completely around your ankle and you can't move. You can't even. There's nothing. I got space in my. You can see the creases in my jeans. What is skinny jeans?
They're just a little bit tighter at the bottom.
They're tight. I would say you're wearing skinny jeans, but yours are acceptable. There's levels to it.
I would say fitted. I would say fitted.
All right, we can say fitted jeans.
Skinny jeans is where my legs is. I ain't got no room. I can shake. I can move. I didn't understand that, and that's what kind of got me. Okay. I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Defend yourself.
Like I said, there's levels to it. There's definitely levels to the skinny.
Yeah.
And as I've explained this like on my social media because people just kept entering my DMs.
Yeah.
Interrogating me like I committed murder. You know, it's not that serious.
Right.
There's exceptions to the preferences. Right. First guy with skinny jeans wasn't it. That's it. Second guy with the skinny jeans, his wasn't as skinny. And I liked his energy.
Okay.
I gave him an exception.
All right.
That's really it. That's it. It's that simple.
Okay.
Just like he made the exception for my septum ring, I made an exception for the skinny jeans.
It's called say it one more time.
Septum.
Septum
Yes.
ring.
Yeah, and to kind of elaborate on that, why did you give her an exception on that?
She was pretty. She was very pretty as well, and her energy, aligned with that too. The other one, like I feel like certain stuff that people have, like what they get is I don't really think it's for them, for them or for their face. Like me, I know I ain't getting no more tattoos. I don't like the way tattoos look on me.
Okay.
Like stuff like that. But I feel like her. The lady before, I don't know her name, the lady before.
Right. That's fine.
For her face, it just seemed like it didn't fit it. To me, that's just me, my prep. That's just like, it didn't fit it. Her face fits it.
Fits it, okay.
That's just how I seen it.
So it's not more so the piercing, it's more so the person.
Exactly.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Her face structure, it didn't fit.
I see.
Like it don't need to be there. You pretty. You're already pretty. Like it just kind of like you was doing too much. Like she pretty, but at the same time, it looked more like compliments to her.
I see. To her facial structure.
Face, right.
Okay.
She didn't need that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just me, my take.
I see. And then so on the show, we did get a little sample of your singing. So how long have you been singing? Like what made you get into it? All about that.
I've been. So my mother passed when at age of 3. She was a singer-songwriter. That's why my name is Jangelow. Because her name is Angela, so I wanted to represent her in my music because she did the same thing. That made me feel closer to her. So I feel like that was my calling on this earth to pursue what she always loved, to make to feel closer to her.
Yeah.
I've been singing since since they had a Sister Act when he was singing "Oh Happy Day." That was like when I was like 5, 6 years old.
Oh wow!
Then I just got more into it. My brother started showing me things on Reason and how to work the software when I was like 11 and 10. Then I just started creating my own and getting into my own wave and finding myself and my voice. My music has from experience, it changed. I wouldn't say age, just from experiences of what I've experienced, my music changed.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been singing my whole life, choir rehearsal, being made to go to Sunday school in choir rehearsal, and then do choir rehearsal right after Sunday school before we got to start church, but I've been doing that for many years since I was, younger.
Yeah, that's good to know then.
And that's the most you ever learned about me today. Let me start. It's all good.
And then so, Ciara, you mentioned you're kind of like on social media quite a lot when he had asked you that question because you do, what was it again? Wellness?
I'm a wellness coach.
A wellness coach. Okay, like what does that entail?
So I'm a wellness coach for entrepreneurs, a wellness and embodiment coach. So I help specifically women in the entrepreneurial space embody who they want to be inside and out, prioritizing their health, showing up for themselves so that they can show up in their passion and purpose.
Nice. Okay. And is that like physical wellness or mental wellness? Like what?
All of the above. So mental, emotional, spiritual, physical.
Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. So the main question that everybody has just been dying to hear, obviously you two matched on Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Since you guys have matched, have you gone on a date?
No.
Why not? Who wants
I'll let you. I'll let you take it.
Okay, I'm gonna just start off by saying there is no bad blood here at all. There's no bad blood.
No bad.
Um, Honestly, I'll speak from a personal perspective. And we've already kind of talked this out, but in the beginning, when we first connected, we had a phone call. He called me, um, and we only talked for a little bit. It was kind of noisy in the background, so I couldn't really, hear him very
Your
well.
background or
his background.
Oh, okay.
And he was at work, which I really appreciated that he made time to call me while he was at work. But I just felt like it might have been better to have a conversation at another time. So I suggested, hey, let's talk another time. He offered to call me the next day. And then I didn't hear from him the next day. So that kind of threw me off initially.
Right.
Because I'm big on someone doing what they say they're going to do, and it's something small. And yeah, it just kind of it threw me off, and it was the beginning, and I'm big on first impressions. From there, it was just kind of like we were texting. And I'm not a big texter in the beginning, and I didn't communicate that. So there was two times when I did not respond until the next day. And I'm sure that threw him off a bit.
Yeah.
But like kind of the thing that made me kind of be like, you know what, I'm going to kind of take a step back here, was he offered to take me out or to go work out. And I had voiced that I would prefer to go out because I feel like we can connect better if we, if we go out and do something. And he didn't acknowledge that I said that. So then I was like, okay, well,
like he left you on red, or
he like texted me back, but he didn't say anything about that. Like there was no follow up or follow through with the offer. So I was like, okay, like no call back, didn't acknowledge that I was down to go out with you. So then from there, it was, we were still texting maybe a couple days after that. And then it was just last week when I was like, okay, it's been like 3 weeks since we matched, and we haven't gone out. Nothing's really progressed here. It's feeling kind of stagnant. So I expressed that I prefer to take a step back because I personally, right now, I have a lot on my plate, and I didn't feel like my energy was best in the connection where nothing was really going further. And I'll like fully, take accountability that I definitely could have done things to progress the relationship a little bit more, the connection a little bit more, express a little bit more interest, take more initiative. I fully, acknowledge that. But again, it was the first thing that really threw me off. I want to say, like, when people say they're going to do things and they don't, it really throws me off, and it's a big trigger for me.
Okay. All right. So, Jangelow, what about your part on all this?
I do take accountability for some things she said. Oh, I'm sorry. I do take accountability for that because I have expressed that in the messages as well. But I can say that some stuff I don't think that's really true from. I can only talk from my perspective what, when we talked. So I remember from the first, do you remember the first time we ever talked on the phone? Like the first time? You remember that? What day was that?
I don't know what day. That was like 4 weeks ago. I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying. We talked.
What, am I supposed to remember?
No. I'm saying I'm saying we talked on that same night when I left when we matched on the show. You remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
We talked that day, that same night. And we talked about each other's schedules, right? Remember, I work nights. I work 7 p.m., get off at 5:30 a.m. So you be going in and getting ready while I'm already asleep. My day is already done. We've talked about that was already a mismatch thing. We say you stayed in Chandler, I was in Buckeye. So that right there is a long distance relationship. So in order to to pursue that, you have to have the patience. You get what I mean? Because we know you got your daily lives that you deal with, and I have to deal with mine and work. So, of course, life is gonna life, and things are gonna happen. If I didn't call you back, yes, of course I could have text you and say, "Oh, I apologize for that." But I have. If you look in your phone, it's some receipts. It would show you from the scroll that I've texted you more than you've texted me. But you never told me you were a texter. But if you notice that when I said, I tend to give women their space so they can, find more of themselves and connect more with their soul and who they are, because it's rewarding for me as a man. So now I'm giving you time to focus more on yourself, then you can come back when you're ready. You get what I mean? Like I told you, I put energy out, the same energy that I want to receive back. And I'm very secure within myself to know when somebody is really interested. Like when I know when a female, I'm just from my perspective, when I know a female is really interested in me and want to get to know who I am from the heart to the soul and my mind, she's going to have a nurturing soul. It's going to be there. I'm going to wake up. Before I even text her, she texted me, "Hey, good morning. I hope you had a good sleep. How was your sleep?" I didn't get none of that from you. But if you notice in your messages, I sending you vibrations, sending you hopefully a joy feeling, abundance, prosperity happens in your life at this moment. I'm thinking of you. And then when I message that, I ain't getting no response until 8 hours later. So you see how I can go out my way to say, hey, if I really truly care about this person, I understand our schedules is mixed up, it's not the same. But if you really want, just like how you made time to come here for us to do this show, to talk, we could have made time to do the same thing. That's just how I look at it. That's just me. If you really truly want to get to know somebody. That's just me, from my experience from women. You start to sense a nurturing soul of like, oh, I care about you. I want to know what's on your mind. How did your day go? What did you do? What's on your mind?
Okay.
That's what I experienced from. Not saying you're not a woman. I'm just saying just from, women like who wants to truly get to know who I am. That's why I say. Remember, I text you. I said we're kind of alike because I stand in my masculinity. And I tend to, get back into my comfort zone if I don't feel that same, if I'm hitting you, texting you, and I don't get that back until 8 hours later, which I understand, because things happen, life happens. I just feel like if the energy is not reciprocated the same way, then we won't be able to move forward. That's just me, from my perspective.
Okay.
That's what I remember what happened to me. Now, the gym thing.
Right.
We talked about that on the phone. The gym thing, we talked about on the phone. We never text about that. We talked on it, and from what I heard on the phone when we talked, you said yes, we can do that, and also still go out. Yes, we can do that. You never said I don't want to go. I don't remember you saying that. I'm not gonna say you didn't. I just don't remember you saying, hey, let's do this first. We can go out formal meeting, and then we can go to the gym later. I didn't. You told me yes. You was rock ready. You was ready to go. That's what I got from that conversation, but it didn't happen, and I just feel like, again, a woman who's really interested in a man, you're going to feel that nurturing care, that soul that's going to, like, you thinking like, okay, I'm going to show this person I really care about to get to know who you are and what's on your mind. It's going to show, and I showed that, and sometimes I didn't get no responses. That's just me, from my perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you guys spoke about the gym thing on the phone.
On the phone, yeah.
So she said yes, according to you, that she was okay with that. So why wasn't there a follow through with that?
So prior to that, I was supposed to give her a call back, and that's what happened. And then I did follow up with a text message.
Okay.
And I guess that kind of threw her off about, you didn't call me back. But my thing is, again, like I said, life happens. Our schedules is totally different. So I will have the patience enough to know that I feel like if I want to get to know you, I'm gonna have that patience. You're gonna have that patience, Yeah, I don't rush anything, especially when you get to, we strangers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We trying to, when you really, when I'm bringing somebody in my circle and I'm really trusting them, I seek it out and I observe it to, take my time to really know, okay, this is the person I can really give my time to. Because like you said, you had photo shoots going on. I just did a photo shoot in the video doing my same, we focusing on ourselves and our careers and what we want, our morals and our values. And I feel like that has to be patience when you coming together, when you're trying to bring both lives together. You just have to be some type of patience there when you really, dealing with someone. Like I said, I don't want to keep making, like, comparing or saying experiences that I experienced with other women, because that's not what I'm here for. That's just something that I feel like as a natural, genuine soul, it's gonna show. It's gonna come out.
Okay. So he kind of mentioned that he wants you to have patience or things like that. Do you feel like you were patient in waiting for him to kind of make those plans and make that initiative for you guys to do something?
Yes, because at the 3-week point when nothing happened, that's when I was like, okay. But when we were on the phone, that was our first phone call where we really had a more in-depth conversation. And yes, I was like, yeah, we can go to the gym. That's cool. And we can also go out. I did say that.
Yeah.
But the only follow-up from that conversation was a text conversation in which he suggested going to the gym or going out.
Okay.
In which I responded that I would prefer to go out.
Yeah.
And that was about like 2 weeks after the phone call. So, just
moving
sharing my
perspective.
It was moving a little bit too slow because I'm used to, and again, you know, I understand his circumstances, my circumstances, the distance, and all of that, which was definitely probably a little bit more of a barrier. But yeah, it was moving a little bit too slow for me.
Okay.
I'm used to someone being interested in me and we go out, boom, next day,
right
or you know, maybe at the end of the week or something like that. And you know, I was willing to be patient. I was, you know, by the 3rd week I was willing to go out, but there was no follow through when I agreed to do so.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's why I say patience is a big thing, you know, for me, because I feel like when you truly want, you make time for what you want. You get what I mean? You truly make time for what you want. If you truly want to do that, you're gonna make time for it.
Okay.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
so within
like how she said she used to, guys, and this is where I feel like it was one of my flaws, because I used to think that same way. I used to feel like, if you're gonna pursue me, it's gonna show. But accepting a person for who they is in their life and their lifestyle, and understand we will meet when it happens. You get what I mean? So it got me more patience, because like I thought about it, like I used to feel like a woman should love me and like me the way I like them and love me.
Okay.
And to me, that's kind of toxic, because even though I know how to be loved, you know, I want them to love me the way I love myself, but that's still a toxic way for me, you know, to think, because I'm being selfish.
Okay.
I should accept and be grateful for you even loving me for who I am.
Okay.
And trying to understand who I am and my thoughts, and to understand me. And that's what brought me back to where I'm more patient when it comes to the dating. You know, I'm more patient, because you can't just sit up here and just bring everybody into your life and then you waste it all the time. And you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have regrets. I'm not trying to do that. You know, I've learned how to accept people for themselves and their lives, and sooner or later we will, you know, mix. And I understand that's from your experience, that's what you felt. But for me, I used to be that way. I'm a spontaneous person. I'm Aries. I'm very spontaneous. But when it comes to really truly getting to know somebody, and I want to understand who you are, from the inside and out, your mind, your thoughts, and what's your calling on this earth that you feel that you're here for, I have to take my time with that and be patient, because things you can. I'm not out here just dating. Like, you know, I'm not. I got a birthday April 9th. I'm 32. I ain't got time to just be dating, just to be dating. There's all these people going spending money just dating. Yeah. Me and my cousin, we focusing on things like, I got some property in California City, trying to build a truck stop there that I've had for about 4 years. I've been sitting on. So it's like a lot of things and level of my life that I'm trying to, you know, when I pursue somebody, it has to be lucrative emotionally, intellectually, physically, and just, you know, with you know, happiness. You get what I mean? Okay. So I'm not. Yeah, that's just me.
Okay. All right. So kind of yeah, go for it.
Can I ask a question? So what I'm gathering from what you're saying is that you take your time, you know, getting to know someone, which obviously we all do, and I do that as well.
Correct.
But the simple fact of where it was a disconnect for me was the fact that we didn't go out. The last way that I can feel you is through text. The next level up is through phone call.
Yeah.
The next level up is in person. Right. And so texting doesn't do much for me. And I appreciated your text. I really did. Yeah. And you said that I didn't respond at all, and you try to make, I think you're trying to make it seem like I was like completely absent and not responding to you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and there's times that I don't think you remember this. I called and you text me and say, hey, I'm going to the gym, I'm doing my workout.
That was the day that we had a planned phone call, and you called me before our planned phone call.
Right. And that's what I say, life happens, because remember, I had to go into work at 7 p.m. because the last time we talked, you couldn't hear me. Do you understand? Life happens. That's what I'm saying. Life happens. So if we had that patience that's there, that's what I'm saying. If you have that patience to really want to make that time to really get to know, it's going to be there. You're going to do it because you know who you are. You know yourself. All right, I got a question for you.
Wait, but you cut me off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so either like we just have different memories of how things went down, or I'm just not remembering correctly. But when you called me, or no, when you had texted me, no, you didn't even call me. You did not call me when I was at the gym. You texted me while I was at the gym, and then you double texted me, and I said, my bad, I'm at the gym. That was the night that we had a phone call planned, from my memory. And then we talked after I got home from the gym.
I don't recall that. And what I recall that you told me after 5. I think after 5 you can talk on the phone. So I did call and you said my bad, and I text you and you said like my bad. I'm doing my workout, but I didn't receive a call back from you. Even at because I did call you. I called you after 5. I made sure because I remember. Didn't you say after 5? I can still remember to this day. After
I did
5,
say
right?
that, but I do not.
You don't remember me calling?
No, I don't remember you calling me at all. I remember you double texting me, and that's why I messaged you and said my bad, I'm at the gym. But I don't remember receiving a call from you at all.
Yeah, I kid you not. I called you.
Maybe you did call
5.
me?
Yeah.
And like, this might sound like a lie, okay? But it's not a lie. It's going to sound like a lie. But I got Verizon, and Verizon has been doing these outages. Okay, and it's been around the time when I get off of work and I'm at the gym, and I realize I have not been able to receive or do outgoing calls. So it's possible that's when, but I vividly do not remember you calling me because I was expecting your call. So if you would have called me, I would have called you back. Like, there's no reason why I wouldn't have. So, like I said, maybe we just remember things differently, and that's perfectly fine. I don't feel the need to go back and forth about that one detail, but I would just wanted to point that out, that we may just remember things differently.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from you is like, this is where my mind is going, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, this is just my perception of what you're saying. It sounds like you want to make sure it's worth it before you take me out on a date, because there's so many kind of compromises or things we have to work through with our schedule that you have to make sure that it's worth it, especially the distance. That's kind of what I'm getting from what you said. And like, I get it, but that's how we figure out if it's worth it, is if we go out.
Right. I get that. And that is some of the case, but at the same time, if I message you and I don't get a message back within 8 hours of your day, I feel like you don't want me to take you out. You get what I mean? So I'm going off of the energy and what you give out. So when I text you, wishing you nothing, success, love, vibrations, and I don't hear back from you within 8 hours of your day, but you can go and post on Instagram and do a little post within a certain amount of time. I'm not saying you're wrong. You have a business. That's what you do. It throw me off. Like, okay, what are we really doing? You get what I mean? That's why I want to ask you this question. From the time you've ever started dating, from the beginning, have you ever on social media, from Instagram, any dating site, met someone offline? Have you? Just from face anywhere? Have you? It has to be some type of experience that you have of meeting someone off just the internet line.
I have, yeah.
So if you can take the time out to meet this person a stranger that you don't know nothing about, what is it taking a few times? Okay, maybe life is getting up. Let me shoot him a text. Let me see if something going on. Is he okay? Is he safe? That's what I'm saying. When you really care about and want to know somebody, women have that nurturing soul. It's gonna show. Not, I'm gonna wait till he called me. What are we doing? I told you, I believe in naturalism and authentic relations when getting to know a woman from the mind, body, and soul. That's just me.
I understand that, and I respect that.
So that's what I'm saying. That was my example of, if you can go and do that. I was in the flesh, baby. I was in front of your face.
You were in front of my face, and that's why I wanted to bring it back to the flesh and not be through text and phone call. I can see your analogy for sure, in a way, but I just want to bring it back to the point where first impressions are everything to me. Right. Yeah. And when you did not call me, when you said you were going to call me, it threw me off. Yeah. And to me, it threw kind of that feminine masculine balance off, because you didn't even acknowledge that you didn't call me. Yeah. You didn't acknowledge that, hey, I'm sorry, something came up. I'm still thinking of you. Yeah, you sent me a sweet text the next day, but I made time in my day to wait for the phone ring. Right. And it didn't ring.
And that's where we have a confusion of everything. And that's why I say this is where we need to have patience, because I called you. You just told me that I didn't know nothing about. You knew I was saying we can go to the gym sometimes or whenever, let's call it. Hey, I may be at the gym here or there. Sometimes my phone is an outage. Got none of that. So that's what I'm saying. I followed up but it didn't show on your end.
So
that's why I say patience is a virtue.
So after you didn't get the call from him, did you text him letting him know, like, hey, I didn't get a call or nothing? Okay.
No, it was a bad day for me, so I didn't even care.
Okay.
Like, I did care,
how
but it
do I
was
supposed
just
to
kind of
know
like
these
adding
things?
on to my bad day. So
yeah,
like I said, I fully acknowledge that there's things I could have communicated better.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I'm open to hearing how you felt about that. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like maybe it just was a misalignment because our schedules are so different. We do live far apart.
Yeah.
And it just takes a lot more, like you said, patience and effort for us to actually build a connection. But I stand where I would have rather built that connection in person rather than through text.
Okay.
Because like I said, the last way I can feel you is through text. Then it's phone call. Then it's in person. And because I did meet you in person, I wanted to bring it back to the flesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just things weren't followed through. And I don't know what the reasoning for that was on your part as to why, like, you didn't follow through after you asked me out. But yeah, I mean.
Question. So when you text me that last text message when you were saying, okay, I'm going to take a step back and things like that, why didn't you call me? Because from your text messages, we had paragraphs. So I'm saying for you to try to get an understanding of what is happening. Or did you just have your mind already made up? It is what it is.
I didn't call you maybe because I don't even know if the right word is pride, but you did not call me when you said you were going to call me. So in my mind, I was like, I'm not going to put the effort into calling him. I'm just going to text him because that seems like to be his thing.
Reasonable.
So that's what I'm going to do.
That's reasonable.
And I was already kind of frustrated with the fact that I agreed to the date and you didn't.
All right. Yeah. So it sounds like there was just a lot of, like, I guess, miscommunication going on. So do you guys see you all ever getting to a point of there being a date? I mean, or is it kind of like, this is it?
I mean, I told her from because she said, as far as a professional standpoint, I do music, she's models and stuff like that. I don't mind using her for, my projects and things like that. But as far as romantically, it probably may take time to get to that certain, point again, because again, our schedules are different. She stay about 35, you in Chandler, and I'm in Buckeye, right? Yeah, that's about a good 35, 40 minutes away, and we do have a lot going on. So I feel like, so that's just from my point of view. I don't know from hers, but I feel like I will pursue it if it's there, if it's still there, if the patience is there. I know when you really truly want to do something and you want to get to know somebody, you're gonna do it. You're gonna take the time. You're gonna do it. That's just me.
And what about for you, Ciara?
Yeah, I feel like we're on the same page with that. I do have a lot going on right now, and it seems as though you do as well. So maybe there's a point in time in the future where it might align better. I'm not from here, so I don't know if Phoenix is closer to Buckeye, but I'll be moving to Phoenix soon. So,
okay.
Yeah, but I just feel like maybe the timing was off, and the what I was going through maybe was just a little off. It didn't allow me to put my full energy into pursuing him the way that he deserves to be pursued as well.
Okay.
Likewise.
So I'd be open to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Likewise. All right. Cool. Yeah. Well, any upcoming projects that we should be on the lookout from both of you?
Projects. I'm kind of working on some events for the community.
Okay.
And I'll be walking in Chandler Fashion Week this week.
Ooh, congrats.
Nice.
Thank you.
Definitely. Me, myself, my birthday is on April 9th. As you know, I'm Aries. I dropped an album called Simple As You. 9 songs. Got a few love songs in there just to get more of me and who I am. That'll drop on my birthday, April 9th.
Okay.
As well. So
we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, I'm doing that. And I just shot a video before I came here as well. And that's just some, just give you more documentary of who I am and why I do what I do.
Okay.
And that's
Cool.
I'll
be watching.
All right. Well, I thank you both for coming on and catching us up on how it's been since you've matched. And like I said, we'll be on the lookout for both of you guys. And once again, thank you for coming on. And everyone at home, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Bye.